Frisco, The Secret History, a podcast. Mabel Janice Busby was born into poverty in the tiny town of Baker, Oregon in 1903. As a child, she became a golf caddy to help support her family, where she noted that she got half the pay rate the boys did. In her teens, she worked as a waitress at a local cafe where she met a much older, smooth-talking man named Dan. She dated him in secret for several months. Dan convinced her to run away with him with the promise of marriage. He showered her with gifts and she was delighted. She had been looking for a way out of Baker her whole life. Things were great until he got arrested for passing bad checks without her knowledge. Nonetheless, they arrested her as an accomplice. She trusted the prosecutor when he promised probation if she pleaded guilty. Instead, she was sentenced to 2 years in prison. While there, she determined to never be broke or dependent upon a man again. Released at 18, she made her way to San Francisco, where she worked as a waitress and a cook, but soon transitioned into running speakeasies and brothels and bootlegging on the side. She changed her name to Sally Stanford in the early 30s. A born entrepreneur, she went on to establish the finest brothels in San Francisco. It is said that the formation of the United Nations was hammered out in her living room at 1144 Pine Street on Nob Hill, as the delegates from 50 nations would gather there every evening after the official negotiations at the War Memorial Opera House. A true romantic under her tough facade, she married 6 or 7 times. No one knows for sure. Not even her husbands knew. As the 40s came to a close, the crackdowns on vice increased across the city. She closed up shop and moved across the Golden Gate Bridge to Sausalito and opened the wonderful Valhalla restaurant. She eventually became mayor of the city. Indomitable and inimitable, she once famously said, "If you're going to be run out of town, get in front and make it look like a parade." Sally will be appearing in many episodes of Frisco, the Secret History podcast. Join us at thesecrethistoryoffrisco.com or at patreon.com/Frisco.